Greetings. This is Elder Blacklight, the flavor that's saving the kind of knowledge you won't get in college. Take my advice. Never trust a pale face and a smile. Trying to partner up and build this system up will be your demise. Check the messenger out.
To be so absorbed or immersed into this world that you cannot get out of it, to build you one of your own. This was made in us when we were babies, looking forward to the white man for everything. This is why it's so hard to get you to do something for yourself. It is because you always had self on the white man. Let him take care of stuff. You do nothing but play like children. This thing must be stopped. And that the only way to get it to stop, you have to stop it yourself. We want you to know that the Islamic believer is now for building a world of their own. They are not satisfied with this world. And we are trying to build a world of our own. We don't have to try much, for the world is already carved out by divine.
Now these brothers I'm getting ready to show you now were brilliant brothers. Then they listened to the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Tonight on Nightline, Motor City Scandal.
What's the first word that comes to your mind when you hear the name Papa Kilpatrick? Drug.
Smart. Smart. Corruption. Irresponsible.
Political. Kingpin.
Crime.
Young man. Leave him alone.
Kwame Kilpatrick, born June 8, 1970, 3 years after the 1967 Detroit riots.
1967, the big riots that happened 12th Street on the Blind Pig and Linwood. I grew up right in the heart of that community. That revolutionary spirit that came out of there with the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the Nation of Islam, the Shrine of the Black Madonna, Malcolm X, Message to the Grassroots, the New Marcus Garvey movement, Dr. King's first I Have a Dream speech, all that was Detroit. See, I grew up with this Detroit chip on my shoulder.
The current mayor was Roman Gribbs. The pop charts were owned by Diana Ross, the Jackson 5, and Smokey Robinson in the Miracles. Black Pride, Black Power movements were making the news, and in 1974, Detroit elected its first black mayor, Coleman A. Young.
10 goddamn years with allegations, rumors, and not one concrete charge. Now after 10 years you get tired of that bull. But you're police chief. I wouldn't give a who it is. It's an investigation. There's been no findings. You keep in it to do a chop job, obviously. And that's what you've done. That's not true. Oh, but don't you pass through about it? Why do you get so angry? Why do you get so defensive? I'm not defensive. I am angry. I'd be a goddamn fool to discuss with you public television and allegations.
Coleman wasn't your typical mayor. He didn't hold his tongue. He spoke his mind and moved the Motor City in the direction he says best fit for his constituents. Racial tensions remained high throughout the 70s. It was mayhem and totally out of control. Then, white flight occurred. which was the largest scale of migrations of whites from racially mixed neighborhoods of the city to white suburban areas of Detroit.
I didn't want my wife being around colored. Why? Who wants them next to them? Everybody sees what they've done to Detroit. The white families that moved out of Detroit and left Detroit to the colors. What if a black family moved in next door to you here in Warren? The thing is today, suppose one family moves in, then another, then another. What do you have? Prostitution, drugs, gangs moving in, leases.
The politics of Detroit had a major impact and influence on Kwame as a young child. And as a preteen, he had already knew what he wanted.
When I was 10 years old, and you asked me, what do you want to be, little boy, little chubby kid, when you grow up? And I used to say, I'm going to be married and children.
There's just one example. We have other examples that are almost as good, in some cases might even be better. This case should be dismissed. This is not a case. And she should probably be dismissed also because she's terrible and grossly incompetent. But at a minimum, she should start looking for the murderers and the criminals, the violent criminals all over New York, do something about all of the illegal migrants pouring in. Now you remember what that Peckerwood said? They move next to you, gonna have prostitution, and don't let what he said make you feel bad. See, that's your problem. Y'all want to please the devils too much, and they're the devils. And look where they at now, trying to humiliate the black man of Detroit. And you got two presidents accused of corruption, Donald Trump and Biden. You see what I'm saying? So heed the words of the messenger, Yahweh Elijah Muhammad. Let's check it out one more time, what he say.
To be so absorbed or immersed into this world that you cannot get out of it, to build you one of your own. This was made in us when we was babies, looking forward to the white man for everything. This is why it's so hard to get you to do something for yourself.
All the black people you see, you think is doing well in the white man's world. The ones that bringing Trump to trial, they point guards for the Caucasoid. They on display, making you think that, you know, we finally got a say-so in the system. No. On one hand, they're making you think that because you see black people in the White House, you see black people on the news, you know, newscasters, you think that they're doing splendid. On the other hand, you're being attacked from every kind of angle. Environmental warfare, biological warfare. All them people that you see in New York, you don't know who they are. So it's going to be a time where you're going to have to separate yourself from this system. A snake is a snake. Some poisonous, some not so poisonous. But his nature is a snake. A devil is a devil. Stay tuned. Black light. Never trust a pale face in a smile.